a student here with us at HU, and he is from the country of Myanmar. So, David.
Hello everyone. How's everybody doing in this beautiful day that God's given us? So yes, 3 years ago, I landed in Chicago Airport, International Airport, and my destination is in Kansas, middle of nowhere, and it's community college. It's Christian college too. So on the way drive to community college there, I passed through Iowa interstate I-80, so it's in the picture. So I looked through windows left and right. I have no idea. It's all I see is cornfield and wind turbines. And I was like thinking, oh, what am I doing here? So I didn't have much preparation coming in. And so I got there, and then I remember as soon as I got there to the dorm, I prayed, God, please show me your plans of me doing here. So yes, everyone, I'm David Lian. So this is my full name. I'm a senior student. I'm major in management and minor in entrepreneur small business. My advice is start to see over there. Okay, yes, sir. Okay, so I'm an international student. I'm from Myanmar. So in the picture, the first picture you can see is Asia map. So in Asia, most of you might not know where Myanmar is, but you might know Thailand and India, right? So Thailand is between Thailand and India. In Myanmar, even in Myanmar, I'm from the States. We have like 15 states and divisions combined. And I'm from Chin State, which is very western part of the country, and I'm from this. My hometown is called Tentla. So it's like in the middle of this yellow spot. I cannot see very well, but yes, this is my hometown. Please remember this picture right now. And so in Myanmar, there's a lot of diversity, but majority of them are Burmese, and we have a lot of diversity. It's like the native Americans are here. So you might curious my dress. This is the shawl and the dress. It represents what my roots are, my ethnic, which is in Chin State, and also, so this is Myanmar, brief about it, and so majority of people in Myanmar is Buddhist. So you can see it's 88%. It's 88% of people in there is Buddhist, and only 6% of them are Christians, and I'm one of them. And also, you can see this the populations. I'm Chin is like 1%, so we're very minority, even in Myanmar. And yes, when I was born in Tentla, and then we moved to Rangoon, which is the capital city, the urban city. We were below average family, but my parents think that we need to move for the education or better life. So my growing up amongst Buddhist people and Buddhist culture is not easy for me, because I grew up, so you can basically say I grew up in double culture, even just in Myanmar, because as an example in the class, I was in primary school, there's 50 people, let me say, only me is a Christian, or like the other minority group of people, every other people is a Burmese, and the religion is Buddhist. So only time I get exposed, about hearing about the Gospels and everything is at home or only on Sunday. So whenever I go out to school and to play soccer, to do everything, it's all people are Burmese. But through God, I have very good memories, and even amongst those people, I don't have much trouble. It's not easy, of course, but God. So in this scripture, Matthew 6:33, God is with me, and this is very first one of the very first verses that I remember when I was young that my parents told me. So about the Christianity in Myanmar, So there are missionaries in Myanmar. The first one is Adoniram Judson. He's like very founding father of Christianity in Myanmar. So he arrived to Burma in 1813, and then he started missionary couldn't keep it short. And then also Reverend Arthur Persons and his wife, they were there they came to Chin State. So back then, before Christianity, we worshipped, my ancestors, they worshipped the gods of spirits, gods of mountains, and gods of whatever you name it. I don't know, but that's when they are. But when Reverend Arthur Carson and Laura Carson come and did the missionary, after that it changed. And very fun fact stories. My father, his father, my grandfather is the very first Christian in my family line. And also, it's only in 1946, within 1946 to 1950, so which is less than 70 years ago, when all of my family started to become Christian. So it's very crazy facts. Then I'm not even sure I will be here if Reverend Arthur Persons and his wife didn't come did the missionary in our land. And also, this is the very last American missionary in Chin State in 1946. And after that, and right nowadays, there's a lot of churches, and the whole state is all Christian. And then in the city that I told you guys to remember about my hometown, there's a lot of churches there, right? So I will show you the small short video here.
The distance is a house upon the hill, guided like a lighthouse, to a place where you'll be safe to feel like grace, cause we won't make mistakes. If you lost all the distance is a house upon the hill.
Sorry about that. I will show you the video. It's a little bit error there.
The distance is a house upon the hill, guided like a light distance is a house upon the hill, guided distance is a house upon the hill.
Technical error. Can you please? Yes, I want to show also, okay, I will continue a little bit with that, when he's fixing that. So it's not working, but what I wanted to show was my hometown. It was good, but it was all burned down by military. The town was becoming a ghost town in 2021, end of the years, and it's nothing there. I wish I could show you the video. I will show you also. It was in 2020, before I left my country, and this is the place where I was born. So this is what happened. This is where it really is right now, and all my family members and friends and everybody has to fled. Yes, that's exactly what happened due to the Burmese military coup. So a little bit about military coup, what happened. So we got independent from British colony in 1947, but through the last 5 decades, military were having all the controls, because our country, we have snow mountains to sandy beaches to coral reefs. There are a lot of resources, just like Thailand. But we even have the snow mountains. It's really close to Mount Everest too. So all these resources and ruby, diamonds, oils, and everything. We have the military generals. They want to control all these rich resources and like correct and everything. So we were in very dark times and back in those days. But in 2015, that's re-elected because we were exposed to the world and everything's, we have exposure. When I became a teenager, so I got to know what's like. Example, there's a movie, it's coming out tomorrow. We have updates, we know it. But before that, they don't know anything, what happened in the world. They were like all blacked out. So in 2015, Aung San Suu Kyi, she was a Nobel Prize winner. So she's also she's also the daughter of one of the founding fathers of our country. So people believe in her, but this next election was nearly coming in 2021, but military, they think that if they lost this time, They will lose all the controls, and the war will be seeing what they did beforehand. So they started to do the military coup on February 1st. I was there in person. So by the time I heard the news, I was like, I have no idea. But I asked my uncle and dad, and they said, we're going backward. That's all they said. They all lost their hope in their faces, I think. And it's very sad moments. And so when this coup started, we started protesting. I was out there every day, every night. But military, they oppressed civilians, and they put Aung San Suu Kyi under house arrest, and they locked down everything. They cut off connections and everything. So which led and it destroyed many lives. And some people, they got death sentences. There's a lot of the news you can search online, and then a lot of more serious things happen. And also my friends and families, we all have to fled too. See what happened to my hometown. So everybody had to fled to the Indian side, the woods, to the villages. And also I'm one of the person who have to come here too. That's one of the reasons. So let me connect back to my very first slide that you guys see. I was here. I was in Kansas. So in Kansas, I was all these thoughts and all these things happening, and I'm here, let alone like cultural shock and starting to study and everything. It was very hard time. One of my lowest moments of my life. I have some depression, some hard times. Don't get me wrong, the people here, they're really nice. They understand me, what happened. They try to support as much as they can, but at the same time, it's just me and God. Because some days I prayed every day, prayed very hard. I was locking my door. But at the same time, I was arguing with God, like, God, why these happen? I know everywhere in the world is bad, some places, most of the places, but why this exactly has happened to me and my families and all these people that I love? I have those arguments, and sometimes I believe we're at the very lowest, I admit. But so one day I got a phone call, and for the information, I didn't have, after that burn, I don't have connection to 6 months. I lost contact, also families and friends, because they shut down every connections. And so after 6 months, I have contact with my friends. So they came to Indian border to buy all those medical supplements and foods that they need. So I talked to him, hey, how is it? How's everybody there? And he said, yeah, they're alive, enough to survive. So I was just a little bit of good news, but also at the same time we were talking, and I was saying, hey, I don't know what I'm doing here in the States. I cannot be there. I cannot do anything for you guys. And there's one moment that God works through him, my friend. He said, if we were to swap places, so if I went back home, he in the outside of the country, I would want him to become successful or do better, so that in the future we can rely on him. They are only all of our hope. So it's the same apply to me. So I'm here. At least I don't have to worry about life and death situation. So he told all this to me. So in those moments, I was like, it's like a light bulb moment for me. I was like, okay, it actually, because I didn't know what God's planned for me, and I was angry with God sometimes. But I keep my hope to the very last times. Then that's when I exactly believe God works through him, and he told me what he has planned for me. So that's when I started to pick things up. I know it's a little bit behind, but I was trying to start to function as much as possible. And then, so because we all know that, so I think my message about this event, this encounter with God, is that there's a saying that we can only see the brightest stars in the darkest sky. So it's one of those moments that I was very dark, but I can clearly see what God's want me to. So and also I think all of my emotions and my depression, my everything to God, and then this point, the reconciled moment with God of me, and I believe my friends, you guys will have all these moments, maybe not the same, but you guys will have all these moments that you don't know anything anymore. You were in like dark trenches, but please don't lose your hope. There will be a way that God will walk through. Please keep believing in that. And also, all above all these, so this is the verse that what I read in those times, and it's very motivated me. I hope it might encourage you something. And also, so as an international student too, I'm here. I meet a lot of, I have a lot of funny stories and encounters. So one of the stories that, so I play soccer back in Kansas, and I have two teammates. They're really handsome. They're like, let me say as an example, Leonardo DiCaprio, by the way, is my favorite actor. So I want to compliment them. So I was like, okay. So I went them, they're wearing flannels, jeans, boots, you know, very movie star-ish. So I was going there and I said, bro, you guys look like typical Americans. And they were like, they're looking at me. So I was like, okay, I repeated that again. You guys look like typical Americans that I saw in the movies. And then the next thing I know, from my back, the other teammates, they were bursted out laughing. So I have no idea what did I do wrong, like, you know. And then my friends, they look at me, they know that they can't be mad because I didn't mean that. But later I learned that typical meaning, negative meaning toward people. But I just wanted to express my compliment to them. So and then I think they ended up getting that nickname to the end of the season. So those kind of memories are very funny and encountered. And also the socks, the amount of socks that I wear, I have to throw in 3 years is very unhealthy. And also back in 20 years, I never touched like maybe 1 or 2 times, maybe Christmas, because we wore sandals and slippers. Even the first year that I came, I'm not so. Because whenever I call video calls with my friends, why are you wearing like socks? It was so straight, like, you know, so strange. But now I get used to it, I guess. Socks. Yeah. So yeah, now it's missing something if I don't wear socks. So it's one of those things that I learned here. And also, when I moved to HU, my first roommates were Lian and Ethan. I think some of you might know they're from tennis team. So I come here so very last minute again, because every difficulties and everything. But I think I need to finish the school whenever the struggle and the hardship is in the way. So I came here, and then they were my roommates. I brought the small rice cooker with me, and I cook it every day. My breakfast rice, my lunch is rice, dinner is rice, supper is rice. So they were confused at the beginning. This guy's so weird, but they will say I don't. But so I cook it and I eat it with everything possible, like spices, tomato sauce, everything eatable, you name it. So I mix it with those, and then one day they were coming back from tennis practice, and they come home, and then the PC was closed, so they were like, it smells good, can we have some? I mean, of course, it's the least thing I can do for you guys. And then I forgot. They asked me, is it spicy? I said, no. And then I forgot the spice tolerance level of these things. They were so hungry too, and they eat that. I'm sorry guys again. Here, they don't have, and I asked them in their face, bro, how does it taste? I mean, they say it's okay, but the statement doesn't reflect the faces that was the time. So it was very funny moments. They were really good friends. Ethan is from Peru, Indiana. Ilya is from Ukraine. He's Ukrainian. So we have a lot of same things that we can share with him, me and him, and also Ethan's a very good guy. He even taught me how to watch American football. You know, so I can now sit down on the table, but then whenever you die, I can speak about that. Because all my life is with soccer, football, that we I'm used to it. But now I know the things, the plays, and everything. And thanks to Ethan. And yes, the kindness is next year I was junior, and I moved to a different house. They moved to a different house. When we met again, they told me that, bro, you know what? We bought a rice cooker. So, you know, it's nothing. It's not the big of a thing, but it really it's a really wholesome moment for me because it's something that they appreciate about me. And the small encounters and things that really makes my life through all this hardness. And also we have a small group chapel, and in the chapel we talk about this belongings and other things here and there of the international students, even in students from here moving from state to state. So it's very relatable in those moments, and of course on behalf of international students, I really thank you, the students here, for the hospitality and the warmth and welcome us with the open arms. So let's go back to the Burmese humor right now. So this is the airstrike. This is the index of it's very bad. The second, the whole world, it's hard to live, right? And this very update to submit year metrics in 2024. So this is the map of the military jet fighters. I'm not saying it wrong. It's jet fighters to the civilians. And this one of the camps in the very east part. So this happened months ago, and this is the map of going into the refugee camps. And most of them are Christians too. That's their funeral. You can see it. And then also in this notebook, the kids, he write down how to play soccer. His dreams, he cannot even play in the field, let alone cannot even live his dream further anymore. So it's very devastating, and this is still happening right now. And also 3 weeks ago, I lost my nephew, my cousin's sister, her second son, while he was defending our land because of military. So I wake up with all this news every day. It's very hard. I think we need a prayer. I need a prayer from you guys. If I say about what military did to us, this will be 1001 Arabian Nights stories. So I need a prayer. So, and for the end, let me conclude that. So if you want to help, and if you know people that we can help, or if you're interested in that, please reach out to me, reach out to Karen, reach out to the professors, reach out to the pastors. And also I'm sharing all these. This is very hard for me to share, honestly. Some of them I don't even share much within my friends because it's hard to relive those moments. But I'm sharing all these here because I consider all of you First Nation as my family members. So that's why I think this is a safe space to share. So that's why I'm sharing this and standing here today. And thank you, Matt. Matt is the one who's bringing me here too. He's not here today. And also Professor, every professor, everybody, my friends, all of them. Thank you. I want to say thank you. And also, this is the verse, just our verse of the year, this year. And I think to everyone, all of you, God has planned for all of us, and we are the people who reflect His image through us. So please pray for us and pray for everyone. And also, who are watching from online, my friends, my families, everybody back home. I miss you guys, and I hope you guys are well. I don't know when we will meet again, but I hope we'll meet when God has plans, and God says it's a very good time. So in the very end, I will say very few words in different languages, and hand the mic to Karen. Nadilachuna Dabu Church people said, and the Lachuna Banishon Begona said, Dino Yasi Bogat and Conti Raze, Gilius Los Bendiga Todos, which all the different just name, may God bless you all. Thank you.